In this video I'm going to talk about how to avoid duplicate content penalties. What the search engines are trying to do, especially Google, is to say, right, we only really want to bring back in the results one page that has the same information. So rather than saying, well, here's 100 websites, each with exactly the same information, we'll bring them all back, because that isn't the best for the user. So within their algorithm, how they do it, I don't know. I suppose they compare text with another, and if it's over 90% the same, then it flags it as duplicate content. So because a lot of website owners want to put up content to develop their site, as we've talked about before, to target certain key phrases, I'm going to show you ways in which to make or try and make your content unique. Now, it depends on the terms that you've bought articles or you've got articles for. Of course, the best way is to come up with your terms from the keyword tool and ask or get some people to write those articles for you. You can go to many sites where writers will write articles, and there'll probably be maybe $10, $15 each. Now that can soon add up, of course, but what you can do is get an article written for 500 or 600 words, and then split that into two, and add some of your own content, and you've got two articles for the price of one. So that's one way. But if you do buy articles and you want to put them up, then here's some suggestions of how to avoid duplicate content. Now I have put a few articles on this website because they're useful for my visitors. I mean, that was the reason for putting them up here. But I think a couple of other websites have these articles, but it's not syndicated through hundreds. Now what I've done here, and again, as I say, you need to see the conditions that you buy or get articles for. But I've done a few things. One is my headline is different from the headline that came with the article. So what most people will do is just take the article and slap it up on their website without thinking of anything, and instantly they've got another 30, 40, 50 pages. But just spend a little bit of time doing this. So actually read your article and find out what it's about, and then develop a headline that is different from what the article says, but is obviously something to do with this article and is equal to the keywords that you're targeting. Then in this website, I always say write a bit of text below it to introduce the article itself. But what I've added to this article is some headers. So these weren't with the original article, so I've put an H2 header here and another one here, and as we'll see in a second, there's more further down. Now what I could have done, if I'm allowed to, is add my own text in here, or reading the article is take some text out if possible. I'm just highlighting what you can do here, but you could take some text out, or read it and kind of rewrite it yourself, as long as you're allowed to do that. But probably the best is add in. So add in some text here. You've got that. You've got a different header. Those weren't with the original article because it was just text. As we can see down this article, there's another header there, and there's another header there. So those are the types of things to do. Additionally, I haven't put much text, but put some text at the bottom. Now that makes this fairly unique, although this text was all the same in the original article. But those are a few things. So if we go back to the top, number one is look at your header. Make sure it's different from the header in the article, and it equals your keywords. Number two is read the article, and if you can, add in your own text as we talked about, maybe here or within or around here, and that makes it unique, or more unique anyway. And number 3, put in additional headers throughout this. And number 4, which I haven't discussed yet, but it's a good idea, is to bold or italic some words. So if we're targeting coping with addiction, you can start to bold not every word, but some of the words, either here, here, or there, but not all of them, and just make it different. That's all you have to do. So the length of this video, these few minutes, I could have changed that article and posted it, and I've got a fairly unique article. So those are the types of things you can do to change it around. The other thing, of course, is you can move the paragraphs around. Now the search engine is going to get clever and see people do this, because I know there's software on the market that just mixes them all up. It's not very good at the moment, but you can do that manually. I mean, it's easy to move them around. So long as it reads well, then that's the answer, because after all, you're developing content for the user. You want people to come back time and time again, and you should be getting 10 or 15% repeat visitors to your website. If everyone's new, they're coming and looking and not thinking much of it and disappearing, and you don't really want that. You want to build up your brand. So there's some ideas. Good luck, and let me know how you get on.